This is a Headgum podcast.
Extra. All right, welcome in, everybody. It's me, Matt Oberg, and my friend, T. Hale, Tony Hale. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you.
What's up, everybody? Time and temperature right now. We are not joined this week by Kristen Shaw. So
I know.
But
Kristen's
don't
sick.
turn it off right now because Tony and I have a lot to say to each other and to you.
Yeah, and we're just as interesting.
But Kristen is unfortunately ill today, and I'm so sorry to hear that. And we're sending our best wishes, and Tony's sending his prayers. So let's hope that
Just
makes
Tony.
a difference. Yeah,
Just me.
Tony, you're joining us from New York City. How exciting! How exciting!
Yeah, I actually spoke at this. It's a welcome conference that they have every year. It's actually my friends Will Guidara and Brian Canless do it, and it's like it's just all elements of hospitality. It started off with like mainly restaurants, and then it's all industries dealing with hospitality. And I talked about the acting biz, and it was really fun.
Hey, so this is a conference about restaurants and hotels, and they say, now please welcome Tony Hale to talk about show business. Is that how it goes? I mean, I'm not trying to get between a man and his bag. I'm just trying to figure out how this is tracking.
Well, it started off that way. It started off restaurants, and then they were kind of like dealing with, like, for the way I tied it in, if you're curious, Oberg.
I am, if I'm being honest.
Well, I did start off by saying, I'm sure you're asking the question why the man who played Buster Bluth, the most emasculated man on television, or Gary Walsh, the beaten down lapdog at Veep, why he's speaking at a hospitality conference.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. But I kind of talked about, how we kind of serve and honor our characters and serve the audience, and then how we treat, kind of see how also, how the number one, like on Veep, the number one call sheet, how they set the tone, how that's such a service and a gift to the crew and the cast. Because, it's not always like, Julia was so lovely and set a perfect tone. But, sometimes you hear about these stories of like the number one on the call sheet, the star is not so nice.
Yeah.
And it really sets like an eggshell environment where everybody's, just kind of sucks creativity and freedom out of a space when someone's like that.
Yeah. And I try to do that. I've been number 58 on a call sheet and still try to ruin the vibe. You can do it. You can do it.
Oh, yeah, you can. You can. So that was fun.
It's great to be like number 3 on the call sheet and walk around going, look, when you're number 1 on the call sheet, it is such an interesting part of show business that everyone is so clearly ranked. It's kind of comforting in a way, so that there's no jockeying for position. You know exactly where you stand.
I know, and I remember when my friends or family from home would visit me on set, and they'd be like, "How are there that many people on this crew sheet or on this cast sheet? Like how? Yeah. Like they see 200 names on the back of a call sheet. I'm like, how is this even possible?" And it's like a well-oiled machine. Then they start to understand, like, everybody plays a part. It really is. Yeah. I don't know. You need all those people.
Yeah. And in similar ways, that's how the hospitality industry works. Any questions? That's how it goes?
That's what I said. And then I said, okay, here's my question. What's your favorite restaurant? Go.
If I was you, I would incorporate, at whatever level you're comfortable, some magic. Just a cup and ball, or the 2 rings. I mean, I think people would get a treat out of that. The metaphor of combining, flavor and graciousness, and they become something like that would be fun. Let me help you with these.
I should have asked you before I did it. I already did it, Matt. I already did it. It's already over. So probably I just bombed, that I just needed you. Dang it.
I'm sure you did great. And
we'll see.
Tony, it's funny that you bring up food in the hospitality industry, because that, and Kevin, I think, is chuckling because he's admiring the segue I've yet to make. But I'm ready. Our guests today are 2 gentlemen, and their names are
Oli and Phoenix.
Oli and Phoenix, and they hold a record for the world's biggest scotch egg, which we'll get into exactly what that is. But
I've never had a scotch egg. I'd heard about it, but I never had it.
Well, we're going to learn more about it and more about their attitude around food, towards food, with food, and I'm excited to hear what they have to say and get in their face about it a little bit, you know?
All right, well, that's kind of aggressive.
Well, might be fun. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us. We appreciate it. We apologize that our dear friend Kristen Shaw is not here today. Please don't take that personally. She is,
or take it personally.
Very offended.
She is ill, but that doesn't mean that our time is in any way diminished. So
you understand.
You.
I mean, I think men are far more interested in what we have to say today. Anyway, it's very man food.
yeah. Just some. Finally, a space for the guys to just talk and be ourselves.
Talk about Scottish eggs.
Scotch eggs, but yeah.
Scotch eggs. Yeah. I like Scottish eggs.
Well, they were actually technically Scottish eggs because the eggs that we use in the middle, the ostrich eggs, were from Scotland. So
really?
It's true. It's true.
Scotch eggs. That's good to know.
Okay, so for the audience who are just tuning in, can you break down what first of all inspired you to do this and what exactly achieved this record?
Basically, me and Phoenix have both wanted to get a Guinness World Record for ages. And because we make all sort of weird and wonderful content creations, they spotted Phoenix making big food all over Instagram, and they reached out and they said, "Hey Phoenix, we see you making these massive foods. Do you want to do one way you can actually get a Guinness World Record in the process?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, but I might need some help because big food is quite hard to make on your own."
So I reached out to Oli basically the week after they messaged me and asked me if I wanted to get the world record, because Oli makes very how would you say it? What would you describe your content as? It's very intense, big sort of food projects.
Yeah, I've been going at this a little bit longer than Phoenix has, so I've learned a few niche skills in how to create, how to bring weird things to life using various food structural integrity.
Would you mind giving us a few examples of what you're talking about before we get into the Scotch egg?
So recently, for example, I made a Gatling gun beef Wellington. So that's one central large beef Wellington with 6 smaller beef Wellingtons arranged, gluing themselves all around the outside of the core beef Wellington. Stuff like that. Awesome. Yeah.
Is that something like it's a really good? Did you serve it at like a big family meal? Did everybody just dive in?
No, you throw it in the trash, right? I mean,
you throw it in the trash.
No.
No, you would never.
I had a slice and then I picked the beef out of the rest of it and made it into sandwiches.
Fair enough. I mean, are the people in your life must be tired of eating complicated food? You know, they're like, okay. We've had a wonton in the shape of the Eiffel Tower. We just want a salad.
Something like that, yeah. Well, I had a dinner party with friends at the weekend, and they were like, "Oh, it's finally nice to try actual normal food you're making for once, rather than it being like a Scotch egg stuffed crust pizza."
It's sort of an ungrateful friend, and you're making them dinner. They should be happy and whatever. Well, I'm so happy you guys found each other. You know, a lot of people deride the internet for ruining our lives, but look what it's brought us to. So another victory for the internet.
Well, as far as we're concerned, there's a lot of weird and bad things on the internet. So if we can steal a bit of the negativity and just make it a bit fun and a bit quirky, then we're happy to nick that little chunk of the internet for ourselves, basically.
Yes. All right. So then they asked you to break a world record, and then how did the egg come into the picture?
It was a bit of a researching process.
Yeah, it was basically like they gave me full creative control over like what record I wanted to break. Mm-hmm. And some of the records would be nice to break, like World's Biggest Burrito, for example, or World's Biggest Sausage Roll. That would be nice. But the records for those are like miles and miles and miles long. So we had to do something that like realistically me and Oli could beat together.
Right.
And Scotch egg seemed pretty achievable.
Which it was. I mean, as you said with burritos, is the world's largest burrito is 2.4 kilometers long, or like just less than 2 miles. And it was an entire town in Mexico who came out and brought tables onto the street and this burrito wound through the streets of an entire town.
Wow, that's a commitment.
How does one ever beat that? It's unbeatable. Well, it's unbeatable.
Yeah, well, not for us two.
Yeah. You'd have to make a 2.3 long kilometer burrito, and that's too long of a burrito, I think.
It's a bit too long.
But so just remind us the ingredients that are in a standard issue Scotch egg, and then what you guys came up with. So talk us through. I go into a chip shop and I order Scotch egg. What happens next?
It would actually be at a pub, not a chip shop.
Oh,
chip shops don't do Scotch. Chip shops do pickled eggs, but they don't actually do Scotch eggs. Scotch eggs is you're at the pub, you're having a few pints with the boys, and there's a little snack menu, and you're like, I'll have a sausage roll and a Scotch egg. Yeah. You enjoy it alongside a pint, and that's kind of the origin of a Scotch egg. Or you buy one from a little corner shop and you eat it from your car as you're going about your day. It's like a workman's lunch, that kind of vibe.
But it's a hard-boiled egg surrounded by what?
Bread?
Sausage meat.
Sausage meat, and then bread.
And breadcrumb. Yeah. Do you guys, Americans don't have Scotch eggs today?
No. We're missing out.
I know, truly.
Have you been eating these since you were kids?
Soft-boiled egg.
Oh,
soft-boiled eggs are the preference. Hard-boiled
that would be better, but you can't soft-boil an ostrich egg. So
really?
We have to do no, you can't, because the outside sets first and then the inside. Oh, sorry.
No,
the inside
sets the yolk sets first, and then the white sets second in ostrich egg. So by the time the yolk's fully cooked, the white is still like gloopy around the yolk. So there's no way to soft-boil an ostrich egg.
That's not good.
You have to boil it for 2 hours.
With our current technology, it can't be done. So. All right, so you guys are like, okay, Scotch egg. So how does that? Talk us through like the hardest part of doing that. Did you ever regret it? Did you ever turn on each other? What?
Well, we actually took 2 attempts to get it right. The first attempt was a complete disaster. Do you want to fill them in on how that happened, Phoenix?
Well, basically, we didn't plan at all. I think Oli had just come back from holiday, and my whole plan was basically just to rely on Oli because he's the big influencer.
You're the big idea guy.
Yeah, he's the big, yeah. So Oli had basically just come back from holiday. Neither of us had a real plan. We kind of had a vague idea. It's like, oh yeah, just chuck an ostrich egg and a bunch of sausage meat. But we quickly realized that like getting something that big to maintain its structure is a bit more of a challenge than we thought. So the first time we did it, it just completely collapsed in on itself. And we had to get the adjudicators to come back a second time.
Oh, no. No. That's crazy that like the nice lady comes with her blazer and her clipboard.
I know.
And then it just doesn't work out. And she's got to
can you break
take a rolling backpack back on the train. And
we haven't talked a lot about this. Like, what is the process? Does she live? Is there a Guinness person in the UK or London that you call on?
It's based in London. The Guinness, their offices are in London. So they reached out to me, which meant that like they wanted to provide the service as it was like a gifted thing.
Right.
But I think if like a company or whatever wants to get a Guinness World Record, then a lot of the time they'll have to pay for it.
Interesting.
I see.
Yeah.
We got the influencer privileges on this one.
Yeah.
Well, what a testament to fortitude that, there's a Vince Lombardi is a famous American football coach, and Tony, you'll back me up on this, but he's a big fan of the second attempt. The second push is where you often make progress and where people, need to really lean in. So you guys are at that moment, and what was the key to your success? How did it?
So the first attempt, it was a really hot day. So they were there in the full UK heat wave, and this poor lady in this suit was, I can't imagine how hot she was. We were in shorts, t-shirts and flip-flops at this point.
Right.
The first one, the sausage meat, it got raw, warm, it collapsed, the egg fell out into this massive vat of oil that we were frying it in, and it came out as just a mess. It looked like something out of a horror movie. The second attempt, we came in with more of a plan. So, for example, we blended all the sausage meat up to sort of get the meat and fat fibers like interlocked to provide more structural integrity.
I see.
The same way that they do on these big kebab sticks that you get. I don't know if you got those in America, where you get these big kebab sticks where they shave it off, that big block of homogeneous
Yes.
sort of like that with Cumberland sausage meat. So we sort of blitz it together, We sort of froze it around the egg overnight, so it was like sort of set to shape. We got a solid ball of sausage meat around this ostrich egg. And then, we load it into the oil in a sort of a colander with strings attached so we could carefully lower it in and pull it back out after half an hour. And then baked it for about 3 hours with a little thermometer in until the sausage meat came to a food safe temperature. Wow. And it held its structure. And we sort of, by that point, we kind of knew it was going okay.
So we knew it was going to work by then.
Take two, and about 400 quid later, we were on to a winner.
Yeah.
How much is an ostrich egg these days? And you buy them just, where do you go?
What is it? It's 30, is it 40 quid or 50 quid?
No, I think it's 25.
Was it?
I'll take two.
Maybe $30 for an ostrich egg. And it's about the size of 24 normal chicken eggs. So,
wow.
2,000 calories in an ostrich egg and about 200 grams of protein. So you can eat an ostrich egg and it'll be your entire day's worth of food, effectively.
Yeah. We actually ordered 4 the second time because we really wanted to be sure that we were going to get it. So we ended up using it for
you go to a pet store, you go to a butcher. Who do you call?
There's one farm, all the like as far as you can possibly get in Scotland that does them, and you have to call them on the phone and they do like a specialty order.
And they
pretty family farm who have like 3 ostriches and they just like do small batch ostrich eggs to anyone who wants them. It's not a particularly big market, really. Partly because they don't actually taste as nice as chicken eggs. They don't. By every taste metric, they are worse tasting than chicken eggs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're a bit weird.
How did the whole thing taste? Did you each have a bite?
Yeah,
of course.
And also Guinness's rules: when you make a big food item, you have to prove that you're going to eat it, or it's not going to go to waste because they're against like food waste anyway. So what we ended up doing is we wrapped it up into 19 massive like breakfast burritos. And I had them in my freezer for a very long time, basically. And they're finally gone.
Okay.
Oh, you finished them now. Well done.
Yeah.
So now, are you both chefs at all, or Phoenix, you're not a chef?
Well, I'm not a chef because I wouldn't call myself a chef. Like I make.
Oh, you both love to cook?
Yeah, exactly. I make videos on the internet where I cook, but I'm not. I've never cooked in like a professional kitchen for a restaurant or whatever.
And Ollie, you as well.
I've done about 5 days in a professional kitchen, so I'm not sure if you could really class that as a chef either.
I do. I think it's a nice service you provide because you imagine people going, it's difficult to be alive, and you're staring at your phone, and most of the time you're doing that, you're feeling bad about yourself. And then along comes 2 guys who are like, look, we're just cooking a giant egg. Just chill out and come along for the ride. I think that's
well, there's a wonderful world where it turns out in the modern day, you can actually avoid doing hard work just using your iPhone to film a few things from your back garden.
It's amazing. What are some other kind of bizarre things? What are some of your favorite things you guys have done in addition to this?
I got picked up because I did a series where I was making big food. This is the only world record that I've got. I was just making things really big. So I made a giant, like Cadbury's cream egg. I made a giant, like one single tortellini. What else did I do? Yeah, I did like giant French fries, giant Big Mac. I just did a bunch of like really big things. And that was like kind of the thing that made me, that's the thing that I'm kind of most known for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know how they have those communities of like people like tiny things, like tiny little towns?
I do tiny things as well. I did a special series. In fact, my most food video is like mini beef Wellingtons.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess the next horizon is just medium-sized things. That's
things in the size they should be.
Actually, is there a tiniest Scotch egg that you could do? I wonder if there's a record for that.
A hummingbird egg?
Yeah, so I actually looked into that because I really wanted to get it. The smallest egg that you can legally eat, like on camera, is a quail's egg. And lots of people make quail's egg Scotch eggs. So it's not like record breaking. So until I can find like the world's smallest quail egg, then that record's like pretty elusive.
Or find a country where eating robin eggs is legal.
Yeah, I did think about that.
America.
Ollie found it.
Yeah.
Or just
but then it's about like, filming it and then putting it on my page. Like people would be like, I can't believe you've eaten the hummingbird egg.
Yeah, they're small. I guess you just gotta start breeding quail and
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to set our sights on more world records soon. I mean, I'm going for another one on Sunday, technically.
Oh, really?
But
Are you? What is it?
I'm not going to get it, but I'm going to give it a go.
Well, now with that attitude.
Are the judges coming down?
Yeah, so I'll see the judges again on Sunday. Yeah.
Are they there specifically for you in Berlin?
No, they're there for it. Basically, I'm running the Berlin Marathon dressed as a chef, and I'm going for the fastest marathon while dressed as a chef on Sunday.
Wow!
Oh my gosh!
So it's chef whites, chef's hat, apron, chef's trousers, and I've got to carry a 3-kilo pan the whole way around as well.
Wow!
Obviously you're a marathon runner as well. This is not something you're doing for the first time.
No, it's my fourth marathon, so I've done a few.
Okay.
First one in costume, and unfortunately, Berlin has decided it's having a heat wave at the moment. So the Berlin heat wave has scampered my chances at a world record. But
there is a record to beat.
There is a record to beat of 2:57.
Wow.
As a chef holding a pan.
Yeah.
That was Wolfgang Puck did it. You know, he's pretty good. Pretty fast looking. Well, good luck to you.
I had a friend who ran a marathon and he put fat ass on his t-shirt.
Oh, no.
And he said that he got the most screams the whole time. I was like, go on, fat ass. You got this, fat ass.
People and it was license to insult him and they ate.
He got the most cheering.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's always the way to have something on your chest when you're running them.
I know. So wait, do you guys both have a certificate that you framed from this?
Yeah.
Yes,
I can show you mine.
Yes, I want to see.
If you want.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
I want to hear also about the small talk you made with the judge while it was baking for
There
3
it is.
hours. Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Official certificate.
That's cool. What is it? Does it say the Scotch egg on it?
It does. It gives you the way. It says that we're officially amazing, so I can brag to my friends about that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Hey, want to come back to my place, see my placard?
Yeah. So small talk with the judges, actually. The reason why they were so keen to come back is because the first time they were there, we may have had an unsuccessful day. But with British people in a heat wave, I had a fridge full of beers and cider, so we just cracked open cold ones. We just sat in the garden drinking all day.
Wow.
So we got to hang out with the judges. We probably shouldn't say that on the record, though.
Yeah. I think they're allowed.
She was pretty drunk by the end of it, but
for the record, there was no alcohol consumed until after the record was adjudicated.
Okay, fair enough.
That's good. So,
coolest judge ever, I think.
This might be a really stupid question, but if you have your certificate, somebody breaks your record, you don't have to send that certificate back. No, you can hold on to that.
You have to eat it.
I don't think so. Yeah,
you have to eat it. Okay, that's good.
The certificate's ours, and hopefully no one's going to beat it. Well, we know no one's going to beat it for another 9 months because we're currently out of ostrich egg season. So
there you go.
Actually buy ostrich eggs until June next year. So we've got until June at least while the record.
So what do you guys want to do? Because I know you're doing your marathon. What is the next thing you guys want to do together? Is there anything that you have are inspired?
We've actually filmed a video that I've been supposed to edit for about 4 weeks now, and I haven't done it. But we've got a project coming out together, which should release hopefully like next week or something.
Do you want to tease it? Just the genre?
Yeah. We made a giant bowl of ramen.
Whoa! Whoa!
Yeah,
with another ostrich egg.
One of the ostrich eggs, we soy marinated it, and then we got a giant bowl, and we basically just sort of filled it with everything that goes in like sort of a tonkotsu ramen bowl, and did that as well.
I bet that bowl's got to be pretty big. Tony, how big do you think that bowl is?
I would say.
What's the diameter on that bowl, Tony?
Is it like 6 feet?
That's right. Put it.
No. Not
nothing crazy.
The egg
nothing crazy.
Quite a lot of space in the bowl.
That's true.
So
that was delicious, though. I would say that tasted
was
a lot
really
better.
good. That was
tastier
than the Scotch egg was. Yeah,
for sure.
And when you get feedback on your YouTube like metrics, who is your audience? Are you willing to disclose that? Like is there a
Names.
demo that's like, gosh, I'm loving.
Well, so
mine is. There you go. You go first.
Go ahead. Oh, okay. Yeah. So mine is like 60% men.
All right.
For some reason, there's a few women in there. I don't know how I got them.
Why not? They like to see
and then
passion.
So on YouTube, it's actually more American than English people, but it's like, yeah. So a few more Americans, but then the rest is like England and Australia.
Got it.
The common.
Yeah.
And I am 80% men, so for some reason women like me even less than they like you.
Shocking, really.
Men aged 18 to 35 is like the core demographic. So something about just
same. Age is the same for me.
That's a valuable demo.
I have to say the name Oli needs to come to America more because it's such a cool name. I know it's from Oliver, but it's like you don't hear many Olis in the States.
Man.
Oh, really?
It's a very English name, yeah.
It's Oliver Twist, you know. It's the classic.
It is. We've got Olivers.
Can I have some more?
Yes, but we don't hear Oli. Do you hear Oli much, Matt?
All the time. I mean, poor Phoenix sitting there being like, I got a cool name too, man.
No, but you got like those are like famous names like River Phoenix or like there's we gotta hear those are.
You got
that's a last name. That's the last name. That's true.
Yeah.
But I don't. It's not like I don't like Phoenix. But Oli could come to the States a little more with his name.
Yeah, it's tough.
Phoenix
tough
is probably
to have
an American name.
Yeah, I feel like there's more Phoenixes probably in LA and New York than there are anywhere else, I would imagine.
I think it's tough to be in America and have a name after a city in America. It'd be like, hi, I'm Blackpool. It'd be difficult. What are others? Hi, I'm Birmingham. It'd be.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Because we got bored. We got like Matt and Tony.
Pretty
that's
good.
Not very interesting. No, it's not good.
This is my son Glasgow. Stuff like that.
Well, guys, thank you guys so much for joining us. That was really, really fun to talk.
Oh, good.
Good luck in the marathon.
Yes.
Good luck with the pan. Stay cool. And
is it a heavy pan? It's a heavy pan, I assume, right?
Yeah, it's a full cast iron, like heavy set pan, unfortunately.
That's like running with a weighted vest.
It's not going to be easy, but do hard things because life's easy otherwise. I've made my life too easy now, so I've got to do some hard things to remind myself that.
Good for you.
Have you beaten the world record like when you've been practicing it?
No.
Okay, it's gonna take a miracle then.
Well, it might be the adrenaline. Maybe you need the dopamine and adrenaline to get it.
Yeah.
Well, you don't do timed marathons in marathon training, Phoenix. It's part. I'll coach you through the marathon training process.
You've seen my physique, Ollie. I obviously don't know that.
You don't want to peak to
a quick additional detail about Phoenix as well is that his series Book Bigger, where he makes things bigger. The original Book Bigger was his mum when she made him because he's 6'5".
Oh,
he's a giant.
Right. Good to know. You can't tell from the Zoom, but
no.
Good.
I'm 6'3" and he makes me look small. So everyone's like, "Oh, Ollie's well small." And I'm like, "I promise I'm not. Phoenix is just."
That's why my demographics lean more to the women.
Yeah. That's 2 inches. They make a big difference.
But he loses them elsewhere.
Book Bigger is the name. What are the names of your guys?
But bigger. People fight? So it'll be like Tortellini but bigger, or Scott Jag but bigger.
Great. And Ollie, where can people find your stuff? Where should they look?
My @ is Chef Phoenix, but the series is but bigger.
I see.
And Ollie, what's yours?
El Burrito Monster. So
El Burrito Monster.
Trying to bring burritos to the UK and make them a little bit nicer.
Yeah. Good luck. I've had some bad burritos in the UK, so.
Me too.
Well, thanks so much, guys. That was a great conversation.
That was so fun.
And I'm impressed.
I know. I want to see
guys.
pictures. I want to see pictures of when you ever do the small Scotch egg, and we need pictures of the chef marathon, please.
Done. I'm done.
All right. Nice to see you guys. Those are such cool dudes.
What a nice couple of fellas, Tall, too. Who knows? It's interesting when height makes. I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm
6'2". No, I'm 6'1".
Okay. Well, I'm so proud of myself for being tall. You don't really, and I haven't earned that, but I'm glad I am.
Zoom really disguises everything.
Yeah.
Like I would have never thought he was 6'5".
Yeah, but no, I mean impressive again. A couple of people who have, picked a goal and achieved it. I don't.
My favorite thing about this entire podcast
is how you treat each one like a sports commentary. It's like, well, let's break this down and tell us what. Wow, it's fascinating. These two gentlemen are coming at this. It makes me laugh so hard.
Well, I don't know how else to break down. I wish I had a telestrator and bam.
No, my thing is they're great. I love it because they're great buddies. They just do these. It's just who has that idea? It's like, hey, let's just make the largest Scotch egg, come together, have a great time, and then let's figure out the next thing. Good for them.
Yeah, and then making one and having it be a disaster, and then not.
It's kind of like it's pretty much like an American breakfast in an egg. You got your sausage, you got your egg, and then you got the bread.
Yeah, it's interesting that has not taken off here. I don't know why that's. Maybe that's our food truck. We're just selling warm eggs.
It's a protein ball. Well, a little bit of carb. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, something to think about, something to talk about at your hospitality conference. Hey, show of hands here. Who's into? By the way, is it just I am sweating in this room right now? It's. I don't know if it's from my own exertion.
The AC's not very good anymore.
Or my own fear.
You look really nervous.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm super cool about this whole endeavor.
Wait, Kevin, I have not chatted with you a little bit. How's the little one?
He's good. Thanks for asking. He slept for 4 straight hours last night. It was a huge win for us.
Oh, that's a huge win.
Yeah, it was wild. So I look very refreshed. Because
So that means he got up at what, like 3 or 4?
Yes.
Oh no, I guess he would have gone to bed around like 7 or 8, right?
Yeah, it's a little different every night, but he did like an 11 to 3, and then like a napped for a little bit, and then a like 5 to 8:30. So it was huge for us. Yeah, coming together.
I know it's coming together, and then like where they have those 2 naps, and then the day when they're like, what is it, Matt? When they're like 3 or 4, when they drop one of those naps, and you're like, no!
It's somewhere around. It might be even earlier than that they dropped the nap. But it's crazy how you forget all that stuff so quickly. Like when grandparents come along, and you're like, "Don't you know how to do this?" They're like, "I don't remember a single thing." And
exactly.
My kids are 8 and 12. I'm like, I don't know how to take care of a baby. I don't know. It was so long ago.
I want to see that baby one of these days, Mr. Kevin.
We'll make it happen.
Wait, Matt, what's been going on with you? Because I feel like I haven't heard from you. We haven't talked in a while. I missed our podcast pod.
What's going on with me? Not a ton, just sort of rocking and rolling. I went to Vegas to talk at a hospitality conference. No. I attended.
What was your topic, Matt?
It was you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. It's very meta.
No. But I don't think I've ever had. Just to bring it back, I don't think I've ever had, even in my time in the United Kingdom, I don't think I ever pulled the trigger on a Scotch egg. I think as an American, I'm programmed to want an egg for breakfast and to have that, after the pub or whatever, or in the pub.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, although you see those jars of pickled eggs in bars sometimes, and I never.
There's nothing up there. Just does not look it's not appetizing to me. However, a breaded sausage egg does sound good.
That does sound good. Jesus. What else? What other egg type stuff? Oh, here's the thing. My conversation with those guys reminded me of this detail that I'm going to get sort of wrong. But there's this story about Francois Mitterrand, who was the former chancellor of France, whatever, not the president, but the something of France. What am I looking for? Anyway, he knew he was dying, and his last meal, which is a delicacy that other people have had, is, I forget the species of bird, but it's basically a baby bird. The whole thing is poached in some sort of wine, and then you have to wear a blindfold because it's so, such a guilty pleasure that you can't really look at what you're doing. And then you eat the baby bird like bones and all.
What?
Yeah. Fact check that story, but that's what I've heard. And I've never been able to shake that image loose from my mind.
That's a guy who's had a lot of luxury in his life.
Yeah. And it's like, how do I top it?
How do I top it? I'm going to soak a baby bird in wine.
Yeah.
And then blindfold myself.
And then crunch on its bones and then die.
Crunch on its die. Really
roll. Credit.
He has like 50 yachts, and that's the thing he's been waiting to do.
But it's a hacky question, but what would your last meal be? And like my kids make fun of me for like, all you like is roast beef and prime rib, and that. But it is true. I think that is what I would eat.
Mine would be, and I'm not kidding, it would be a quarter pounder with cheese fries and a McFlurry.
Wow. Good for you.
Well, A, I'm going to die, so it doesn't matter. But B, I just think it tastes delicious.
Yeah. And how often do you have McDonald's in a year?
Well, probably twice.
But
when I go, I'll have my birthday and Valentine's Day.
Table for one, please.
But I love a McFlurry. And now they've got like a small mini one, so you don't have to eat the whole thing. But even though I do sometimes order the whole thing.
Well, for a guy who only goes to McDonald's twice a year, you're pretty familiar with the menu, so that's interesting. That's interesting. Well, listen, guys, thanks for joining us. You can always keep it locked here to 92.3 The Rock. We'll be right back.
That was a Headgum podcast.